Here's the real of what's going on over there and why we even got here. Skip Bayless runs that show. Not only does Skip Bayless make the most money over there, but he has the most power in terms of how he runs his show. So here's the problem. Skip is here. Shannon started here, used the relationship with Skip Bayless to get there. Shannon started to get way more popular. So when you're doing this in your real world, in your outer show world, but inside the borders and structure of the show you're on, that's giving you all this jet fuel, nothing's changing. Even when you surpass Skip Bayless, you still have to be under him in terms of the show. They're not talking like friends. They're not even talking like friends that are beefing. They're talking like strangers. Skip knew he can always talk to Shannon because he knew he controlled the show. Skip also felt that he could control the show and control Shannon's job security. Shannon finally just smelled the roses. Finally just took a big inhale and was like, dog, why do I have to deal with all of this? What happened was, there was a power struggle. There was a power dynamic that shifted right before their very eyes. I'm sure that Shannon wanted to adjust it. It's just Skip was stuck in his ways. So now Skip is going to be stuck without the uber popular co-host.
I hope all is well. We are here once again providing you with the talk of the town of what everybody is talking about. I got riding with me this morning the man that's behind most of the concept that you see on the Chris Miles show, that of Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing this morning, man?
Yeah, everything is on the one, man. We just, trying to hold it in the road, as the old folks say, down south. You understand? So, I want to ask you a question, man. You and I are big sports enthusiasts. Like, we watch a lot.
Very much so.
We watch a lot of sports. We break down sports. A lot of things dealing with sports, we try to be on top of it. That being said, I'm missing Undisputed with that of Shannon Sharpe and that of Skip Bayless. Now, I recently found out something here as of late, Mr. Producer, and that is your man, Skip Bayless, is having a real hard time coming up with a replacement for Shannon Sharpe. What's your take and your thought process on this matter?
Man, let me tell you, man. I'm not surprised that he's having a hard time because ever since he picked Shannon to be on that show, and, Shannon got acclimated, he started getting the hang of it, man, that show took off. I'm saying it was the most watched sports show, on TV in the morning. And I don't think Fox, Skip, I don't think nobody envisioned it, Shannon being that impactful. Like, once you get to the peak, like how you go into higher, how you replace that? Nobody's gonna bring that energy, that charisma, that style. He's irreplaceable. They really bit the bullet on that one, man.
Yeah.
They really bit the bullet on it.
From what I'm seeing, and I, before, I came to you and, you and I talked about this matter the other day. I did a little research.
Yeah.
The research I have uncovered is that Skip Bayless and the people at Fox are having a real difficult time as far as finding a replacement. It's like nobody wants to go in and work with that of Skip Bayless. For whatever reason, it's unknown. But I think a lot of it has a lot to do with the fact of Skip Bayless, the arrogance that he showed, basically the disrespect that he's advocated toward Shannon, and a lot of the oral arguments that they've had pertaining to certain sports issues. Even coming into pulling into question Shannon Sharp's career. And you know, this guy, from my understanding, he played baseball, he played a little basketball, but he excelled at football. So much so that, you know, he was granted a scholarship to HBCU, and he went on to play pro football, and he made a name for himself. But I think it
three-time champion.
Okay, exactly. It becomes problematic when, you know, you have somebody that has not played any sports, but they're sports analysts, and all they do is critique, you know, matters of sports. But they haven't strapped up and, you know, went out there and got their hands dirty and really got involved with the necessary episodes of what this stuff is dealing with sports. So
right, and that be what the arguments about a lot of sports analysts be. They don't have the experience. They build relationships with teams and certain players, and if you ain't got no good relationship with them, they try to dog you in the media. If you got a good rapport with them, they'll throw you a couple bones. Crazy how journalists and all that, they control the narrative.
Right.
But like with that situation with Skip and Shannon, Skip, he really disrespected Shannon on many occasions, and but yeah, it's hard to work with somebody like that. Yeah, Skip done built the name for himself, and he done been in the media for a very long time. But yeah, man, it's like, how do you try to tear down, your main attraction? The person that's bringing people to watch the show. Nobody's really trying to watch Skip. Everybody, it's been several mornings with him, man, what Shannon said this morning.
Right.
What Shannon talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When something happened in the world, people turn and want to see what Uncle Shay gonna say, what Shannon gonna say today.
Right.
But yeah, man, I even heard little rumors that they were trying to get LeVar Ball. I don't know if it's fake news, but I seen somebody post it. He wouldn't be as good as Shannon, but he'd be as entertaining.
I don't think they're going to do that. I've even heard that they were going to bring Lil Wayne on. I mean, a lot of shit is being propagated at this point about a replacement. I don't see LeVar Ball or Lil Wayne them actually being. I mean, the show would really tank out at this point. I mean,
yeah, especially if they get Lil Wayne, man.
yeah. So it's really bad at this point. But it goes to show you a level of certain people you deal with out here in society, how it's just in a lot of situations is just they come with an impact of disrespect towards you. And now he has to realize that, Shannon was the beacon behind the concept of that show. And let me also say this. Shannon is doing very well with his YouTube page, too. I mean, he has over 1 million followers on YouTube. So he doesn't necessarily need that. I mean, and this is the thing. Let me just say this, Mr. Producer. All of us inspire to do what Shannon and some of these other guys out here are doing. I mean, they quite naturally have a much larger platform than we do because they're in the media. So quite naturally, they put something out, people are going to follow them. All of that being said, I think that we also have an advantage over them because a lot of this stuff now that you see publicly, it comes off as not being genuine. You understand what I'm saying? Like you watch the news, everybody now is turning to social media for information. And that's one of the advantages that I think we have being in social media. It's the news and a lot of these sports shows will become obsolete, as well as things that we've seen obsolete, like the 8-track tape, the cassette tape, even CDs at this point. They're obsolete. Everything is confined to an app, and we're a part of that app. And I think realistically, Shannon Sharp realized that, hey, I'm a part of that app. I'm a part of the going trend here, what's really happening out here. And let me just say this too, Mr. Producer. it also goes to the point of showing how we bring flavor to stuff. Even when he was on there with, when he was on, what was it called? Cold Pizza. When he was on there with, and then they went to First Take with Stephen A. Smith. That show didn't have the flair that it had when Shannon was on there. Like Shannon brought something totally inconspicuous to it. He changed the dynamics of it, and the show excelled. And they are not going to be able to replace him.
I look forward to seeing, you know what I'm saying, what Shannon gonna say on issues in sports and life, you know, issues with our community. You know, he always has something very pertinent, you know what I'm saying. He always has a good word.
Right.
So yeah, it's unfortunate loss, and you know, Fox they gonna skip Fox. The whole network they took a big loss, man. With that, I don't think they realized what they did, and they should have pulled Skip Chain, man, because Skip got a boss. He should have pulled Skip Chain, made that man public apology, and you know, try to goddamn straighten it up, man.
Yeah, well, it's a little late in the evening for that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you know, in life, a lot of times people transition, they move on. So Shannon, I think, has made a wise decision to cut ties and to move on, and you know, just look back at it as a great experience and to perfect what he has done. Mr. Producer, we're out of town. Out of time. Okay. Hey man, as always, man, we want to tell everybody out there, please be sure to catch the Chris Miles Show with Mr. Producer. On YouTube, go to YouTube, the Chris Miles Show, subscribe, like, and follow. Once again, that's the Chris Miles Show YouTube page. Subscribe, like, and hit the subscribe button. All right. Also, too, you can find us wherever you receive your podcasts. We're exclusively on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google. Wherever you are listening to podcasts, type in the Chris Miles Show and pull us up. Me and Mr. Producer will be coming with some content this coming Sunday, as always, 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. We ask everybody to tune into that. Mr. Producer, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, man, y'all just go subscribe, support us, man. We trying to blow this thing up, man. We appreciate y'all. The people that does support, you know, thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good rest of the day, man.
For sure. All right, people. Take care. As always, the Moving Finger Writes has written, moves on. Till next time.